Hello, basketball fans, and welcome back to Wolverines basketball here on KTAK 93.9 FM and streaming live at yotoday.com. And we are joining you from Kelly Walsh High School here in Casper, Wyoming, amidst the news coverage of Snowmageddon, right, coming our way here in Wyoming. Haven't seen any of it in Casper. It's been foggy all day, but haven't seen the snow just yet. So I'm kind of hoping the way this thing turns out is the Wolverines win this one, play in the Consolation Championship at 5 o'clock, then we might have to stay the night here if the roads end up getting as bad as everybody says. But that'd be a good problem to have, because that means Wolverines be playing for a Consolation Championship. Now, here today they're facing a familiar opponent, and that is the Rock Springs Tigers. Now, they've seen this team 3 times already this year, and it's tough to beat a team. Well, I mean, shoot, it's tough to beat a team once, let alone twice, three times, 4 times. And this time, we will see the Tigers back, not necessarily at full strength, but a little bit stronger than they were at the regional tourney, I think, as Alan Martinez continues to progress in his rehabilitation from a dislocated elbow, which actually happened against Riverton down in Rock Springs about 4 weeks ago. Let's take a look at your stat line in this one here on the Bailey Enterprises pregame show and give you an idea of how these two teams got where they're at first. Let's look at that, the bracket. Now, in 4A action, the championship has been set, and it will be Central facing off against Thunder Basin. Now, Thunder Basin defeated Star Valley 48-25 in the semis, and Central over Sheridan 67-45 on the other side of the bracket. And that game scheduled for 5 o'clock at the Ford Wyoming Center here in Casper. Now, how we got to the consolation side of things, Riverton saw Sheridan, who was a 3 seed but ranked number 1 throughout most of the year. 64-44, Sheridan wins that. Central defeated Rock Springs 67-46. And that's how we got to this 10:30 in the morning game here on the consolation side. Now, the other side of the bracket, I was surprised that Star Valley beat East. I was, and that puts East into the consolation bracket. Riverton will get another look at them. They haven't seen them since the preseason. If Riverton should win here, they play Green River on the other side. So it's Green River and East on one side, Riverton, Rock Springs on the other. The Green River and East game is actually taking place right now. Same time, different place. They'll be up at the Ford Wyoming Center for their 10:30 game. We'll take a short break here on the Bailey Enterprises pregame show. Then we'll come back and take a look at those stat lines. You're listening to Wolverines basketball on KTAK 93.9 FM and streaming a live HD video scoreboard for you on yotoday.com, because we're legally not allowed to broadcast video due to a contract that the WHSAA has with an out-of-state media company, Play On Sports, doing business as the NFHS network, and that is what it is. But we're working on that. It's going to take legislation, but we're working on that. Back after this on KTA.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines. If you're a teenager, you're old enough to know that bad things happen sometimes. You can't change the past, but you can have a big impact on the future. Your future is what you make it, so hang out with positive friends and family members who encourage you to be your best. Just because you may not be able to see and understand your strengths doesn't mean that others can't. Often the people who know you the best know you better than you know yourself. You are valued. This message brought to you by the Fremont County Prevention Program.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573. Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to sponsor youth sports for the best in fresh roasted coffee, breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the weekends. You'll enjoy the best locally sourced food at Brown Sugar Coffee, 203 Main Street in Riverton.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back to the Bailey Enterprises pregame show. Eric Pauly with you here at Kelly Walsh High School as the Tigers and your Wolverines getting ready to, I keep saying tip off, but there's no tip off in COVID basketball, which again is very strange now that we've lifted crowd size limits. The game just previous to this one, it was the Thunder Basin girls and the Natrona Phillies playing, and that was, I don't know, there might have been 500, 600 people in here. It was a lot of people in here for that one. Came down to the final seconds. But anyway, no tip-off, but we're moments away from somebody inbounding the balls off of a coin flip. Let's take a look here at your stat line in this one. The Wolverines are paced in scoring by Jared Lucas, right at 15 points per contest, and that's exactly almost where he was at last night. Or yesterday afternoon, and he's pulling down 7.5 rebounds per contest and 1.5 steals per game. Damon DeVries leads the team in assists at 2.5 per contest, also in steals at 1.5. And then Lucas Engel averaging 7 points per game and leads the team in defensive rebounding with 5 per contest, 7 overall, and he leads the team in blocks with close to 2 per contest. And he actually threw down 2 yesterday, dunked twice, but they were kind of they were put-back dunks, and he did them softly. It was not like we've seen him do before, where he's thrown down hard. He just barely touched him in yesterday, but the kid can throw down. Also, we have Blake Dale. Blake, the point guard here, averaging 5.5 points per game, 1.5 assists, 1.5 rebounds, and about 1 steal per contest. And then Aquelo Friday is shooting 41% from behind the arc. Riverton struggled greatly from behind the perimeter yesterday. Hopefully they'll be able to clear the air there, and they've got 10 points on the board from Aquelo per game this year. He's also pulling down 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Does a little bit of everything for the Wolverines. Now on the flip side here, for the Rock Springs Tigers, they again have been paced by Alan Martinez, who is dealing with that dislocated elbow that happened against Riverton in Rock Springs. He has 11.5 points per game, and he's only played in 18 of their 22 games now because of that. And then he has led the team in assists with 3 per contest, 2 steals, and 1 block per game. He's followed closely by Brock Biter, averaging 11 points per game and 6 rebounds. 7 points for Zach Trenchitella, and then 6 points on the board for Isaac Schoenfield. Now, as a team, Rock Springs is shooting 29% from the field, 29 from 3, 43 from 2, and 54% from the free throw line. Riverton shooting a degree higher than that, 34% from three-point land, and then 53% from 2, 63% from the free throw line. Riverton averaging 52.5 points per contest to Rock Springs' 44. Starting lineups being announced here at Kelly Walsh. And this place is a palace, man. Holy cow. I'm stunned by it every time I go to one of the Casper schools. You know, this is a community college level. It's better than a community college campus. The same thing for Natrona County with the indoor football field and just stunning facilities they have here for high school. They got the parking lot finished. You can finally park next to the activities entrance here. So we'll throw 8 minutes on the clock, and we'll get this show on the road. So it'll be Trenchitella, Biter, Martinez as the front court. And then, of course, Schoenfield, he's the center. He's one of the few listed as a center in the state of Wyoming at the high school level. And then we've also got the point guard, Andrew Scores. Jared Lucas making the start for the Wolverines. Blake Dale, Aquelo Friday, Lucas Engel, and Damon DeVries. Riverton will be in the white unis with the cardinal numbering and lettering, the white Wolverines from hip to knee. And Rock Springs with the orange and black, very similar to what you see from the Trona, just a different design. Tigers on the front, and the orange and the black unis. The white paw print on the back. It'll be Rock Springs basketball to start off. And it'll be Martinez dishing it in. We're underway here in Casper. Scores. Defers his dribble, far side to Biter. And then now near side to Shanefield. Cross court, Martinez, catch and shoot three from way back. It's flat, and it will go out of bounds. And it will be Wolverines' possession. Aquelo Friday will do the inbounds. Dale gets it. He's working one-on-one here against Scores. And crosses him, takes him across midcourt, right side to DeVries. Riverton moving left to right here on that radio dial. Aquelo Friday, left side wing to Dale, top of the key. Pushes it back to Friday, high post to Lucas. Defers back to Dale at 12 o'clock. He'll pull up and pop at the free throw line. It rims out, and it's ripped down and away by Biter. 7:19 to play, first quarter. Martinez slipping past his defender, gets it into the corner. Here's a three ball on its way from Biter that misses, and Lucas gets his first board of the game. Damon DeVries pushes tempo, finds Engel in the paint. Engel off the glass, no sir, won't fall. And it will be Rock Springs basketball. Scores, crosses the timeline. Left side to Martinez, and then back up to the top of the key to Scores. Right side to Shanefield. And they'll just kick back and forward here around the perimeter looking for the shot. Martinez hands it off. Left side Shanefield on the wing. Top of the key Martinez, right side wing to Scores. Bounces it left side to Martinez, pumps and then elevates. Bucket's good. And he kind of floated that one in just over the outstretched fingertips there of Lucas Engel. So 2-0. Dale on the other side of the court with it now. Dale right side wing, takes a dribble. Working here against two Rock Springs defenders. There's going to be a foul as they've sent it into Engel at the top of the key. He's got him on the wrist. Foul goes against Andrew Scores. DeVries inbounds underneath, non-shooting foul, and it's poked out from Jared Lucas from behind. 5:55 first quarter, Rock Springs basketball. Riverton trails 2-0 early in this one. Shanefield, top of the key. Left side wing to Biter. Now back outside to Scores. Martinez pumps and pulls the three, kicks right side. And now Trenchitella takes a dribble, and he's looking inside now to Shanefield. Shanefield inside to Scores, fouled by DeVries from behind, and the bucket's good. So 4-0 Rock Springs. 5:33 to play in the first. Scores, spins it, sends it, and it rims out. Rebound knocked back away from Jared Lucas, but the putback doesn't fall from Tranchitella, and then Lucas recovers it again. So it's 4-0. Here's DeVries on the far side of the court, bounces it right side, whips it to Friday. Chest pass left side to Dale, bounces it to the corner. DeVries pumps, pulls, steps back for three, no. And the rebound comes away to Rock Springs. Biter across midcourt, finds a little bit of air, takes it to the baseline, kicks to Shanefield. Now he'll defer his dribble, gives it up to Scores here on the near side wing. Scores, takes the baseline, tries to execute back outside to Shanefield, and then they're going to whistle Damon DeVries for a foul as he was scrapping for the ball on the ground, he and Shanefield. 4:52 to play in the first. Tanner Johnson and Ethan Vaughn check in. Blake Dale, Damon DeVries take a seat. Inbounds underneath, Biter bounces it. Tranchitella back to Biter. He'll attack the paint and then loses it. I think he thought he was handing it off to one of his teammates, and it was actually Ethan Vaughn with a steal. Now Tanner Johnson in the corner. Up top, Vaughn, cross court to Friday. Back over to Johnson, left side wing. Johnson stops short, back to Vaughn, and he'll take one dribble and then push it back to Tanner Johnson. Friday, shaking on that pivot foot, gives it back to Johnson, 12 o'clock, left side to Vaughn. They're playing the perimeter here. Jared Lucas gets it now on the baseline. He'll attack underneath, reverse layup misses, put back from Engel. And it's 4-2 now with 4:10 to play, first quarter. Scores with a hip-high dribble at the top of the key, bounces it to Shanefield, who came out for it. Now Scores, calls for it, and then has it hit him in the shin. Tries to bounce it low, and it's kicked out of bounds. Last touch by Jared Lucas. 3:57 to play in the first quarter, 4-2 on our Taco John scoreboard. And Martinez gets it into Bider. Tranchitella back to Martinez, and then here's a 12-foot jumper that won't fall. And Engel has to save it back in bounds. Athletic play there for the junior. Friday to Vaughn across the timeline. Friday's calling for it. He's open for three, and then by the time he gets there, he's swallowed up. Throws it over the top to Engel. Nice pass. Puts it off the glass for two, and the Wolverines tie it at 4s apiece. 3:28 to play, first quarter. Here's a quick three, and way over from Bider. Missed the rim on that one. Rebound falls right into the Wolverines' hands. Here's Johnson from deep. Yes, sir! Tanner Johnson sinks it and makes it 7-4. The Wolverines spring into the lead. Parker Paxton getting ready to check in for the Wolverines. Now they send it high post. Tranchitella. Now Bider with it. Comes out to relieve him. Scores, dribbling back towards midcourt, standing on the edge of the center circle. Now he's in the center circle, working here against Tanner Johnson. Takes him off the dribble left side. Riverton playing in the zone right now. Martinez, top of the key, left side to Scores in the paint. Tranchitella lost the ball, and it is last touched by Riverton's Engel. Substitutions, we see Parker Paxton and Derek DeVries check in. Out goes Friday and Lucas. And folks, what you're looking at right now or listening to about right now on the court is the future of Riverton basketball. Here's the three from Martinez. It's off the back iron, rebound contested. Tanner Johnson pulls it away. What I mean by that is, you know, here's next year's class minus Blake Dale, who's on the bench right now. Got Tanner Johnson, Derek Lang, and then Lucas Engel, Parker Paxton, and then the lone senior on the court here is Ethan Vaughn. Here's Engel elevating in the paint, puts it off the back iron, rebound controlled by Rock Springs. 2:06 to play in the first. 7-4, a low-scoring contest here against the Tigers. And that's not to say there haven't been a bunch of shots. There's just been a bunch of missed shots from both teams. Shanefield gets it in the paint, and he puts it wide right of the rim, hits the backboard, and now back the other way we go. Paxton, Johnson for three. It's short, and it's attempted to be saved in back of bounds by Engel, and they're going to say he was pushed trying to save the basketball. Blake Dale checks in. Ethan Vaughn will check out. And so this would be your projected starting five next year. You know, a lot can happen over a year, obviously, with juniors, sophomores, freshmen. Parker Paxton gets the inbounds, gives it back to Tanner. Back to Parker, top of the key. Feeds Johnson, down low on the baseline, laying a touch pass to Engel, and he's swatted hard by Martinez. Goes back to one of their point guards, and now Martinez, left side wing. Here's a pull-up and pop three from Wiley, and that won't go. He calls for it again off of the long rebound and then gives it up to Scores at the top of the key. Martinez, right side wing to Scores. Far side, it's Tranchitella. Back out to the top of the key to Scores. They try to feed Shanefield, pops out. Here's Dale on the move. Chest pass right side Paxton, pauses, and then sends it to Johnson. Tanner loses his dribble, and now Alan Martinez on the run here. Dale and Paxton with him, and he put up a weird shot there, and they call an offensive foul as Dale got his feet set. It was a very late whistle on the offensive foul, but frankly, I couldn't see it from where I was obstructed by one of the officials and two of the players. But it goes Riverton's way. Vincent checks in, and Lang checks out. Vincent, another guy that'll be in that running for a starting spot next year. Johnson on the inbounds to Dale. 7-4 on our Taco John's scoreboard. 45 seconds to play in the first quarter. Dale sends it right side to Johnson. Back to the top of the key to Dale. Paxton's calling for it over there. He wants a shot. Johnson, one bounce, and they give it to Paxton, left side wing. High post, Jared Lucas, and Lucas, I think, was looking for Vincent. He sent it high. It hit the backboard and comes down to Rock Springs. 21 seconds on the clock. Wiley here on the middle of the left side, and then far side to Martinez. And then Wiley at the elbow. Back to Martinez. 10 seconds. Right side wing, Biter. Over the top. Wiley, left side wing. Martinez looks at the clock. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Here's Biter for three. No. Off the front of the rim, and that's the way the first quarter will end. 7-4. Now, Riverton played some good D there, but both teams struggling to hit a bucket here. 7-4, three-point contest. Timeout here on KTAK.
Tyler Watson State Farm is a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics. They believe youth sports are the gateway to future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field or in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes in Fremont County from the team at Tyler Watson State Farm. 618 Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
They say the best offense is a good defense. This theory applies on Wyoming roads and highways just as much as it does on the basketball court. Always know road conditions before you head out. Call 511 or download the Y.511 app for road information at your fingertips. Buckle up every trip, every time, and put away distractions, especially your phone, so you're better prepared for the unexpected. Finally, never drink and drive, not even a little, because buzz driving is drunk driving. This message brought to you by Y.Dot.
Welcome back, folks. 7-4 contest. Second quarter just now getting underway. Dale up top to Lucas. Back outside to Dale from deep. Pulls the trigger and puts it in. 10-4. And that's uncharacteristic shot selection there from Dale, but he knocks it through. Left side wing, Wiley still in the game here for Rock Spring. He's a setup shooter. He just kind of hangs around that elbow spot waiting for his chance. That's where he's at right now. And speaking of which, he's going to pop on it. That one's a bit strong, and then it hit the shot clock. So they'll blow the whistle, and it'll be Riverton basketball. This is Dale crossing midcourt with it. To DeVries, top of the key. Gets a pick from Lucas. Lost the ball, gets it back. Now Friday finds Lucas on the baseline. Lucas will attack, faces up, his shot partially blocked, and then Engel pulls it down to Dale. Far side of the court, 7 minutes to play here, 10-4 lead for Riverton against Rock Springs. Dale skids to a stop, there's the call, he traveled with it. Wiley crosses the timeline. Sends it right side, Martinez. Now far side of the court. Biter now back outside to Wiley. High post, Trenchitella has it knocked out by Dale, stolen away, and then Engel recovers it. Dale puts it out in front for Friday, into the paint, Lucas, back outside to Friday. Here's Dale at 12 o'clock. Bounces it low, what a pass to Engel. Great facilitation there by Dale. He steps forward with his non-pivot foot and then backdoors it down there to Engel for two. Makes it 12-4. Martinez at the top of the key. And here's a wild shot there in the paint by Trenchitella. 6:06 to play in the second. Left side wing, DeVries. Dale around the bend to Friday. Swings the gate back all the way around to Dale and then right back to him. Friday down low to Lucas, loses the ball, was going up for a shot and had it poked out. Here's Martinez the other way. 8-point contest, Martinez in the paint, falls down, and then DeVries recovers the loose ball. DeVries into the corner to Friday, and just a bit too long on the pass. And then DeVries cuts the paint, layup for two. Timeout taken by Rock Springs, 14-4. Great recovery by DeVries. He missed the pass to Friday, but he didn't quit, and saw as Friday was trying to collect the ball. He had an open lane to the bucket. He splits the paint, gets an easy layup. Timeout on the court. We go with them 14-4 with 5:34 to play on the Taco John score.
We are building a stronger, safer CWC. Your health is our top priority. If you're coming to the CWC campus, please wear a mask and go online and fill out the daily wellness screening form at healthy.cwc.edu. Wear a mask when you arrive on campus. Find a health screening station in the Health Science Building or the Arts Center Theater. Check your temperature and you're on your way. Again, to fill out the daily wellness form, go to healthy.cwc.edu and we'll see you on campus.
Gales Carpet One is a proud sponsor of this Riverton Wolverines broadcast. Lombardi once said, "The only place success comes before work is in the dictionary." Gales wants to applaud these young athletes on their drive to become the best team possible and show the state of Wyoming what it means to be a Wolverine. Gales Carpet One, floor and home, 220 East Main in Riverton. Go Big Red!
5:23 to play here in the second quarter. Riverton leading 14-4 against the Tigers. Checking into the ballgame for Rock Springs is Stauffer. And Joey's a freshman, 5'8", in the ballgame. And they've got actually a full lineup of subs in the game right now. I'll have to do some catch up here. Fagel in the game, as well as Stauffer. And Widener in the ball game, and then Polastro in the game for Rock Springs. So they go 5 in, 5 out. Try something different here, down by 10. Attacking the rim, missing the bucket. Here comes Friday the other way. And Friday, floater on the baseline, good for 2. That time it's just nobody stopped the ball, and he took them all the way baseline to baseline. Rebound to bucket. Stauffer here at the top of the key, D'd up here by Blakedale. Dribbling back and forward. Now, right side wing with it is Fagel. Baseline Stauffer, pumps once, pumps twice, and then puts it over the rim. Rebound is contested. And Butcher goes up with it. He's swatted by Tanner Johnson. Here's DeVries. Sends it back to Johnson, pulls up from deep over the rim. Friday fights for it and pulls it away. Friday dishes to DeVries, cuts the paint, left-handed layup's good, and he's fouled. DeVries does an excellent job of cutting to the basket when he sees a teammate in trouble. That's twice in a row. 18-14 now, or I'm sorry, 18-4 now. And here come the starters back in for Rock Springs. 5 in, 5 out for Rock Springs, and 2 out for Riverton. Dale and Engel take a seat. Vaughn and Lucas back into the game. DeVries spins it, sends it off the back iron, no good. 18-4, it stays. Martinez crosses the timeline, left side to Biter. Starts and stops, and then dishes to Scores. Now near side Martinez. Right side Scores. High post, Trenchantella, and then blocked shot on Schoenfield, but the putback goes from Biter. So now 18-6. Vaughn. It's like the ball's got some grease on it for him there. He gives it up to DeVries, left side back to Johnson. Sends it to Friday on the baseline, back to Vaughn. And Vaughn thinks about the three, pulls it back down to Tanner Johnson, left side wing. 3:02 to play, second quarter, 18-6. Riverton lead. Vaughn in the paint. Dishes back outside to Tanner Johnson, right side DeVries. Looking inside, they find Friday. And Friday spins, pumps, spins back the other way, and that left-handed shot is just, it's hard for players to adjust to. They expect him to spin to the middle, and then he spun to the short side and puts it up off the glass for 2, 20-6. Shanefield in the paint for Rock Springs, back outside to Trenchantella, now Scores in the near side wing. Martinez into the paint, Shanefield pumps on Lucas and then goes up on him, off the glass, no. DeVries across the timeline to Friday, open for 3, why not? Well, it didn't go. Friday chases down the long rebound, gives it back to DeVries. Tanner Johnson up top to Vaughn. Back to DeVries, now Vaughn. 2:05 to play in the paint. Here's Jared Lucas, pumps Shanefield, takes him to the rim, and then a blocking foul whistled against Alan Martinez. Lucas went down pretty hard there, so did Martinez. He took the worst of it. Friday over there to help him up. 2:01 to play in the first half. It's a 14-point contest, 20-6 on our Taco John scoreboard. Lucas is 63% free thrower, spins it up and sends it in for the front. Makes it 21-6. Paxton and DeVries check in, Paxton and Lang check in. DeVries and Friday check out. Second shot from Lucas rims out, and it stays 21-6 now on the Taco John scoreboard. Martinez, hip-high dribble to scores at the top of the key, left side to Tranchitella. And now Bider tries it off the baseline. Floater doesn't go, and Parker Paxton, all 5'8", nothing of him, gets up there and takes that one from just about rim level. Vaughn, left side to Parker, back to Vaughn. 90 seconds to play. Tanner Johnson at 12 o'clock with it. Gets a pick from Lucas. Lucas rolls. Johnson takes it to the rim, and it's over the mark. Martinez, outlet pass to Shanefield, and then to Bider, and a blocking foul whistled against Parker Paxton. The crowd doesn't like it. Well, the Riverton crowd doesn't like it. So Bider at the free throw line for Rock Springs. 21-6 now on the Taco John scoreboard. And Bider sinks the front side. He's a 62% free throw shooter on the season. He's at 21-7. Second shot is good. 21-8. You never quite get used to this gymnasium here at Kelly Walsh because it's a second-story gymnasium. There is a full-size track underneath us. Here's Paxton for three. Makes it 24-8. And since we're on the second story here, every time the players run up and down the court, man, this whole floor bounces. So if you're sitting on the court like we are as broadcasters, you bounce. Jump ball in the paint. Martinez went up with it, and Lucas had a hand on it. And Lucas say it was a travel. That was a jump ball. So it'll stay with Rock Springs. Inbounds will be Tranchitella, and then a swat off the backboard as Bider tried the shot. Riverton recovers it. Vaughn up top to Johnson, left side Paxton from way back. Yes! Why not? Paxton makes it 27-8. He hits twice from the left side elbow. The first time he was about 3 feet back. That time he was about 8 feet back. Here's a three to answer from Wiley. He knocks it in. Again, he's that setup shooter. 27-11. Paxton with the handles, gives it to Vaughn. Right side, Johnson pulls it back down. Vaughn left side to Parker. 10 seconds, high post, here's Lucas. Back outside, Paxton for another three, and it's off the front of the rim. Shanefield recovers. Bider to Tranchitella, won't have time to get a shot off. And it's a 16-point contest at halftime. Riverton, 27, Rock Springs, 11. We'll take ourselves a timeout. Back with the premier Bone and Joint halftime show. You're listening to Wolverines basketball on Wyoming's Big Country, KTAK 93.9 FM, and streaming live at wyotoday.com.
Investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
The health teams at Lander Medical Clinic are excited to help with the administering of COVID vaccines at 8195 Highway 789. Currently, they are scheduling patients 65 years and older. If you would like to get the COVID vaccine, please call 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic has worked tirelessly to continue to provide superior care to the Fremont County community with increased telemedicine, a safe urgent care, an updated air purifying system, and now the addition of COVID response locations.
Lehman Studios is a proud supporter of Fremont County Athletics. Lehman Studios offers sports cards, mugs, statuettes, plus several photo package options. Visit us today at 210 West Main in Riverton. Lehman Studios, 856-3941.
Coming to YOToday.com, live soccer. We'll follow the Lander Valley Tigers soccer teams during their 2021 season. Free HD video broadcasts of the game coming soon to YOToday.com.
Welcome to the Premier Bone and Joint halftime show. Eric Pauly with you here at Kelly Walsh High School in Casper. And, well, folks, no snowfall here yet. I've been talking to some people around the state. It's drizzling in Cheyenne and Torrington at the moment, but just fog here in Casper so far in terms of the big snowstorm that's supposed to hit us here. Let's take a look at your stat line in this one. We start with the Rock Springs Tigers. They, as a team, are shooting 4 of 23 in the first half. That's 17%. 3 points, they're 1 of 8 for 12.5%. Free throws, 66%, 2 of 3 on the game so far for Rock Springs. Led in scoring by, well, they're really even. Ethan Wiley has a 3, and then Martinez with 2, Bider with 2, Trenchatella with 2, and then Scores with 2. As a team, they've got a total of 14 rebounds and 2 assists, 5 turnovers in the ball game. For Riverton, as a team, they're shooting almost 48% to Rock Springs' 17% from field goal range, and then 50% from 3. They're 4 of 8. And again, yesterday, they didn't hit a 3 until the fourth quarter against Sheridan. Jared Lucas has, well, I won't say he's not been himself, but he's got 1 point. And Riverton with a 27-11 lead. And that just shows you the depth of this ball team. It doesn't come down to one kid. He's got 1 point, doing some work, defensively and obviously with the rebounds. But just 1 point for Lucas, and then Riverton with 26 other points on the board. It's great to see. Leading scorers, Lucas Engel has 6. Parker Paxton has 6. Paxton has 2 3-pointers, and Engel with 3 field goals in the contest. A 3 from Tanner Johnson, 4 points from Friday, 4 from DeVries, 1 point again from Jared Lucas, and then a 3 from Blake Dale. Riverton 4 of 8 from three-point land, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. And as a team, Riverton with 20 rebounds. 20 rebounds in the first half to Rock Springs' 14. 5 of those coming from Lucas Engel, 3 of those coming from Damon DeVries. And then assists, Riverton with 8 in the first half, 5 turnovers, same amount as Rock Springs, 5 turnovers for the Wolverines and the Tigers. Quarter-by-quarter scoring, it was 7-4 at the end of the first quarter, and then Riverton outscores the Tigers 20-7, 13-point spread in that second quarter to give us our 27-11 scoreboard. 5 minutes to go here during the Premier Bone and Joint halftime show. We take another timeout to get a word in from our sponsors, and we'll come back and take a peek here at the girls' side of the bracket. Back after this, here on KTAK, YOToday.com.
What could be sweeter than candy for Valentine's Day? Saving money. And you'll save 10% store-wide all month long at Overhead Door. Save 10% on windows, doors, storm doors, shower doors, garage doors, entry doors from now till February 26th. Hi, this is Chuck Parmley with Overhead Door Company of Riverton Lander, inviting you to celebrate Valentine's Day the whole month of February by saving 10% store-wide. Estimates are free, so give us a call at 856-DOOR or come to our showroom at 600 East Main in Riverton.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines! Porter's Mountain View Supply is proud to support local high school sports teams. For home heating, outdoor grilling, and barbecue, along with the best in spas and hot tubs, see Porter's Mountain View Supply, your locally owned dealer. For top brands like Hearthstone, Quadrifire, and Blaze King stoves, Weber, Big Green Egg, and Green Mountain Grills, Free Flow and Sundance Spas, along with service after the sale, call Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton at 856-6993. Porter's.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression, and I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Welcome back to Kelly Walsh High School here in Casper. 16-point contest, 27-11. 2 minutes until we get the third quarter underway. Let's take a peek here at the girls' side of the bracket. So the opening round matchups, the quarterfinals, it was Green River and Central. Green River, the 2 seed out of the West, Central, the 3 seed of the East, 59-37 Green River. And then it was number 1 East against number 4 Star Valley. East wins that one 42-30. And then Green River comes up short against East, 62-50. So East in the championship. And then on the other side of the bracket, we have Thunder Basin and Cody. And Cody wins that one 59-56 as the 3 seed out of the West over at the 2 seed Thunder Basin. And then Natrona, this was the upset of maybe the season here. The Phillies fall to Sheridan. That's a 4 over a 1, 53-51. Sends the Phillies into the consolation bracket where they just lost 72-70 to Thunder Basin. And Cody defeats Sheridan, the 4 seed out of the East. And so the 3 seed out of the West, Phillies, are playing for a state championship against the East Lady T-Birds. So that game taking place, 3:30 at the Ford Wyoming Center. Third place game will be Green River and Sheridan. The consolation championship will be Star Valley and Thunder Basin. Now on the boys' side, if this score holds, Riverton would play the winner of the Green River and East consolation semifinals. That game taking place right now as well. So 27-11 right now. And let's take a peek, see if we can't get a score update for you. If not, I'll text Jake and see what I can find out. Looking, let's see. Green River is leading Cheyenne East 28-22 at halftime. And again, Riverton leading 27-11 on our side of the bracket. Second half about ready to get underway. Wolverines getting some good playing time out of these younger kids. They're going to bring the starters back out, as they should, of course. Talking to Coach Sheets after the game yesterday, he talked about how important it is for, the development of a program to just make it to the state basketball tournament and have a chance to play here, have a chance to feel the atmosphere, have a chance to feel the speed from all of these teams. And so some of those younger kids getting this time, Ingle, Dale, Johnson, Paxton, Vincent, the whole crew over there, Lang, those guys getting these minutes that helps so much the next time they come back to the state tournament because they've seen it before and they've played on these gyms, etc. Unfortunately, they won't get to play at the Casper Event Center. Lucas with the basketball, 27-11, 7:43 to play. Dale is going to bring it around the bend. They're going to whistle a little bit of a moving pick, I think, on Lucas there, or he stuck his arm out or his leg out, something like that. So he picks up his first team foul in the second half for either program. Martinez with the handles. Left side to Scores. Rock Springs moving left to right now here. At the high post is Shanefield, right side. Trenchitella shakes left, goes right to Martinez on the baseline. Back up top to Scores. He'll attack the baseline. Back to Martinez. Here's a three from Trenchitella, wide left. And Ingle pulls down his 8th rebound of the contest. Dale crosses the timeline and goes inside to Lucas. Pumps once, goes up, blocked from behind. They'll say he's fouled. Trenchitella, the guilty party, sends Jared to the free throw line. 7:02 to play in the third, 27-11 Riverton. Lucas shooting in the mid-60s from the stripe, sinks that one. Makes it 28-11. Second shot is nothing but nylon. 29-11. 7 minutes to play here in the third. Martinez moving left to right and gives it to Trenchitella. Now Scores, bounces it over to Biter on the corner. Back outside, Scores, right side wing, Martinez. Up top, Trenchitella, left side again to Scores, penetrates to the paint, blocked by Lucas. And he'll hand it over to Dale. Cross midcourt, here's Friday. Between his legs, shows off his handles in the paint, and then has it poked out. And they'll say it's last touch by Friday, out of bounds. Well, fans, Wyoming folks are tough, and we can't out-tough the COVID-19 virus. But we can't outsmart it. Don't hesitate to get tested for COVID-19. Stay home if sick, except to seek medical care. Wyoming strength keeps Wyoming safe. Message from the Wyoming Department of Health. Here's Trenchitella in the paint, and he gets it to bounce off the back iron. Good for two. It's a 29-13. Dale crosses the timeline. Left side wing, DeVries. Terminates his dribble up top to Lucas. Takes a dribble right side to Friday. Whips it back up top to Ingle. Chest pass to Dale. 5:48 to play. Dale crossing him over. Takes him to the baseline. Spins to a stop. Back outside to Lucas. Pumps and pulls. Left side to Dale on the baseline. Takes the baseline. Spins into the paint. Kicks to Lucas, who pulls down the three. Back to DeVries. He'll fire it. And DeVries in and out. Boy, it almost touched the net. Pop back out. Across midcourt, Biter, right side wing. Nice backdoor cut to Scores underneath the Shanefield. You're going to say Shanefield traveled with it when he head faked. 5 minutes, 21 seconds to play here. Friday gets the inbounds, takes one dribble, and then throws it back to DeVries. He can burn him off here across midcourt. He does. Flips it left side. Ingle pops from deep. A little bit strong. Not his highest shot selection, but he's made some as of late here in the postseason. 29-13, 5:04 to play in the third. A runner on the baseline is good from Biter. Makes it 29-15. DeVries to Ingle, to Dale at the top of the key. Friday calling for it down low. They feed him on the blocks. Kicks to Dale from deep, and it's not going to fall. Shanefield gets the board. Gives it up to Martinez at the top of the key. Rock Springs Tigers in the black and orange today. Riverton in the white and cardinal. Scores at the top of the key, bounces once. Right side to Martinez. And that, I don't think Martinez was out of bounds there. They called Martinez out of bounds You could hear the fans arguing with him. I really don't think he was out of bounds there. This is Vaughn. Friday at the top of the key. Lucas, right side on the elbow. Something very unusual happened there where the official actually responded to a fan in the crowd. Here's Friday in the paint, kisses it low to Engel, and that sails out of bounds. Normally that's something you just don't see. (29-15), 4:10 to play in the third. Martinez, top of the key to scores, left side to Biter. Back to Martinez, 12 o'clock, and then throws it over the top. Now Tranchitella at the free throw line, back to Martinez on the baseline. He goes all the way across, and the ball is knocked out of bounds by Engel. Last touch by his shin, I think. 3:55 to play. 29-15, third quarter. Martinez, catch and shoot off of the inbounds, banks it off the glass for three. 29-18. Rock Springs making a little run here. Friday to Johnson across midcourt. Attacks the paint, kicks to Lucas, pumps once, up strong. He's fouled on the shot. They'll shoot him 2 times. Lucas back to the stripe again here. He's got 3 on the evening. Puts this one up and in. His free throw percentage has been above his average in the postseason. Second shot, that's good. And that'll make it 31-18, Riverton. Top of the key scores. Bounces it right side to Biter. Martinez back to Biter, right side wing. Up top scores, bounces it high post to Shanefield. 3:20 to play, 31-18 Riverton here on your Taco John scoreboard. Biter off the dribble, takes it to the paint, kicks low, nice pass. And Riverton's gonna get a hand on the ball there. I couldn't see who it was. Shot was missed by Tranchitella, and now it sails out of bounds, last touched by Rock Springs. As Riverton tried to cherry pick a little bit there. It'll be Riverton basketball in front of the scorer's table. 3:04 to play. Lucas open on the perimeter, throws it underneath to Lang. Lang pumps him and puts him up for 2. No hesitation, 33-18 Riverton. Martinez pulling it back down and then going between his legs here. Gives it up to Biter. High post, Tranchitella. He'll pop on it from the free throw line. That's good for 2. 33-20, 2:36 to play, third quarter. Johnson. Right side, Lucas attacks the paint. Misses off the backboard. Johnson fights for the rebound and then pops out to Friday. He'll square up for 3 off the back iron, and it's Scores climbing the ladder for it. Martinez the other way. Long couple of steps into the paint, misses the kind of hook layup there, and here comes Riverton the other way. Jared Lucas in transition, gets an easy 2 on the pass from Friday. 35-20, 2 minutes to play in the third, Riverton up 15. Tranchitella from the free throw line is good. Timeout taken by Rock Springs. And we'll go with them with $1:53 to play. 35-22 here on KTAK.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
1:53 to play in the third quarter here at Kelly Walsh High School. I'm Eric Pauley with you here. The state consolation bracket semifinals. Wolverines with the lead against the Rock Springs Tigers. Full court pressure now from Rock Springs. Paxton with the basketball is fouled by Tranchatella. And there's some frustration starting to set in from the Rock Springs players and the fans. Inbounds goes to Engel. To the paint. Bucket is good. And Shanefield is going to be whistled for the foul. Now 37-22. Shanefield picks up his third. $37-22, $1:41 to play. Engel will miss the free throw. Martinez, hop, skip, and a jump in the paint. Gives it to Shanefield, and then Martinez was out of bounds when he caught it on the baseline. 1:32 to play, 37-22. Riverton. Lang will do the inbounds duties. Full court pressure here from the Tigers. Vincent, Paxton, DeVries, and Engel also in the game. Paxton gets the inbounds. Goes behind his back and then skips it to Vincent. And Vincent will be whistled for the carry. He just kind of lost his dribble there. $1:24 to play, 37-22 Riverton. Martinez, left side to scores, fights through the pick. And they're going to whistle a foul here against Vincent. Or not. They're going to say that was on Engel. That was away from the ball then. So Engel, I don't know what that foul was. Not saying there wasn't one, I just wasn't looking at him. So he picks up his first. Here's Martinez off the inbounds. Pulls up inside of the three-point line and then skips it back outside to scores. Here's Bider rotating into the paint. Back to Tranchatella for three. That's good. 37-25 with 60 seconds left in the third quarter. Vincent, far side of the court, is fouled there by Bider. That's the fifth team foul against the Tigers. And now at the inbounds, it's Lucas traveling with it. 52 seconds to play, 37-25. Third quarter. Martinez will have the handles across midcourt. And at the free throw line, it's back outside to scores. Now Martinez crosses him over, takes him to the paint, kicks, and they're going to whistle a foul here, I think against Vincent. No, it's going to be against Jared Lucas. That's his second. Dale and Friday check in. Paxton and Vincent check out. .34 seconds to play. Here's a inbounds to Bider. Now Martinez pops on a three. It's off the mark. Rebound Engel. Friday left side elbow. DeVries high post. Back to Engel. Left side Friday. 19 seconds to play in the third. Riverton leads 37-25. DeVries dribbling around here at the top of the key. 10 seconds left here in the third. Dale takes him to the baseline, and then a jump ball is going to be whistled. Gives the ball back to Rock Springs. Martinez crosses the timeline. He'll attack the paint, loses it. Friday gets it, throws up the buzzer beater, and it won't get there. So after 3, it's Riverton 37, the Tigers 25. We'll take a timeout. Back at the fourth quarter, consolation semifinals here on KTAK.
Long have our ancestors debated, taco or quesadilla. Now, Taco John's has finally found the answer. Both. Introducing the Chicken Quesadilla Taco. A taco made with a cheesy quesadilla shell filled with grilled all-white meat chicken and chipotle sauce. And now you can get 2 of them for just $5. History and tacos made. Taco John's. Crunching. Bigger, bolder, better.
Take care of your heart. You only get one, so eat well by avoiding salty, fatty foods and fill up on fiber and grains. Stay active. Shoot for 150 minutes of physical activity per week. Take your heart medications and call 911 if you're having any symptoms of a heart attack or stroke. Lander Medical Clinic cares about your heart, but no one should care more about your heart than you.
Eight minutes left in this one on the court for Riverton. It'll be DeVries, Dale, Engel, Lucas, and Friday. DeVries gets the inbounds to Dale. Indeed up here tight by scores. Dale bounces it right side to Lucas on the elbow. Up top to Engel, 12 o'clock. Right side to Friday. Lost the dribble and then gives it back to DeVries at the top of the key. Looking low for Lucas, stolen away by Biter. 7:35 to play. Here's a deep 3 ball from Trenchaletta, misses the rim. And Riverton recovers. Lucas dribbling off across midcourt, gives it to DeVries. DeVries up top, Lucas, right side, here's Friday. To the paint, and he traveled with it. There's the whistle, and it will be Rock Springs basketball. Martinez over the center circles, kills the 10-second clock. Defers his dribble up top to Biter. Crosses over on Friday in the paint and then kicks to Martinez for 3 in the corner. And it's just off the mark. Engel recovers. And now Dale the other way. Dale to Lucas. Back to Dale up to the top of the key. 6:52 to play in the fourth, 37-25. DeVries, right side baseline to Lucas. 6:44 to play, and they whistle a travel underneath here, and it'll be Rock Springs basketball. Martinez crosses the timeline. Left side to Scores, off the dribble to the free throw line, kicks back outside, and they run the weave. Shanefield sends it over the top to Scores in the paint, kicks to Martinez at 12 o'clock. Off the dribble, right side Trenchatella. Baseline, Martinez pumps the 3, steps in, and then defers to Trenchatella. Scores, has it sail through his hands, that he gets it back. He'll attack the rim, floater goes. 37-27, 10-point contest, 6:09 to play. One's not over yet. Engel across court. Here's Friday, wide open, uncontested 3, in and out. Engel gets the rebound, or I'm sorry, Lucas gets the rebound, and he misses. Friday cleans it up. 39-27. This is Shanefield here on the near side. Top of the key. Kicking, Shanefield pulls it down to Martinez at the top of the key. Jared Lucas has a little bit of fire in him here. He feels like he was fouled pretty hard on that last play. He was talking to the official about it. Here's a 3 off the side of the rim. Rebound controlled by Lucas. Gives it to Dale, sends it to Friday. And Lucas is going to want the ball here. Here's Engel at the top of the key. And bad pass there. Engel and Lucas miscommunicated. It'll be Rock Springs basketball. 39-27 Riverton. 5:10 to play in the fourth. Scores, whips it outside to Shanefield. And he comes back out and gets it again. Trenchatella with it. Up top, Scores, flips it to Shanefield. Martinez for a deep 3 off the front of the rim. Lucas with another rebound. Dale. Takes it across the timeline, sitting by the center circle, and then his pass intended for Martinez is stolen, or for DeVries is stolen away, but comes back to Riverton. DeVries misses a 3, and then it's Bider with the handles across midcourt for Rock Springs. Here's Scores. He traveled with it. Missed the shot, and it'll be Riverton basketball with 4:26 to play. A timeout on the courts. 39-27 Riverton, 60 seconds here on KTAK,
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare would like to wish everyone a happy, healthy new year. They encourage you all to continue to practice COVID-19 precautions in an effort to keep you and your loved ones safe. They offer a safe and sanitary clinical setting when you stop in for your medical, dental, optometry, and behavioral health needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare have clinics at Arapahoe, Ethany, and Riverton for your convenience. More information can be found online at windriver.care.
4:26 to play, 39-27 Riverton. DeVries on the inbounds to Lucas. Back to DeVries, right side wing, and he'll defer to Vaughn, who's checked into the ball game. They throw it over the top to Jared Lucas. Off the glass, no. And it is recovered by Rock Springs. Martinez attacking, kicks Bider for 3, and he's fouled by DeVries. He'll shoot him 3 times. And looking at the stat line here, he is a 62% free thrower. Sinks it, makes it 39-28. And Dale waiting to check in here, but they'll wait because they've got 2 more shots left here. Second shot's good. 39-29, 10-point contest. So DeVries checks out with 3 fouls. 4:05 to play. Here's the third. He got all 3. Those are big shots. Single-digit ball game, 39-30. Friday across the timeline. Up top to Vaughn, right side to Dale. Riverton with a 2-guard look. Dale back outside to Engel. Engel pulls up, not a great shot selection there. Friday saves it back in bounds, and then Rock Springs on the move with it. Bider, here's Shanefield to the rim and in. 39-32, 3:36 to play. Engel to Vaughn, and a bad pass there. Comes back down to Rock Springs. Martinez with it. 39-32, 3:20 to play. Scores off the dribble into the corner. Here's Bider for 3. It's short. And Jared Lucas pulls it down, hands it off to Vaughn. Vaughn is fouled from behind by Bider, and that's team foul 6. So we shoot after this. 39-32, 3:09 to play. Friday on the inbounds to Vaughn. Vaughn working on Martinez, takes him across midcourt. Right side to Friday. Inside Jared Lucas, up to the rim and in. Threw it over the top to him. Shanefield out of the ball game. There is 41-32. Martinez with it, 2:45 to play. Martinez spins and shoots. I think it was partially blocked. Friday just goes and grabs it off the baseline. Now Dale in transition. Dale gives it to Friday, and then Martinez whistled for the foul as Dale kind of fell over top of him trying to get the ball over to Friday. So now Dale will shoot free throws. 41-32, and Dale on the season. 58% free thrower. DeVries checks in. You get down around this 2-minute mark, and I'm not taking anything away from any of these starters. Paxton should be considered to be on the court here, the freshman, just because of his free throw shooting abilities. He's a fantastic free throw shooter and a great ball handler. And it's going to be probably a case of keep away here for a bit. 42-32, 10-point contest. And Dale makes them both. Timeout taken. 43-32. We go with them with 2:30 to play. Riverton with the lead.
WRTA Bus Lines is back to their full weekday schedule, including routes on the Wind River Indian Reservation. The WRTA cleans their buses according to CDC guidelines several times a day, and face masks are required. All routes are free until further notice. Visit WRTABuslines.com or the WRTA Facebook page for routes. And remember, don't drink and drive, wear your seatbelts, and keep all four wheels on the road.
Fans, in challenging times, Wyoming endures. Continue wearing your mask within 6 feet of others. Don't hesitate to get tested for COVID-19. We can do it because we have done it. We know it works. Wyoming strength keeps Wyoming safe. A message from the Wyoming Department of Health. 43-32, 2:30 to play. And let's see if I can get an update for you on the other side of the bracket here. See how that Green River and Cheyenne East game is going. And halftime, tie ball game, 31-31. Green River and East don't have an update from it. 2:31 to play, Rock Springs basketball. Martinez dishes to Scores. Left side wing, and then down low looking at Shanefield, stolen away by Dale, stepped in front of the pass. DeVries crosses midcourt, bounces it back to Dale. Dale is fouled by Biter. They brought in the double team. 43-32, 2:02 to play, and then that sends Dale to the free throw line. Dale made his last two and misses this one. They're going to call an over-the-back call on Jared Lucas on the rebound. 2:01 to play, 43-32 Riverton. Martinez has the hip-high dribble across midcourt. Gets a pick from Shanefield and then loses his dribble, but gives it back to Wiley. He's one to watch here as a setup shooter. Riverton switching off here as Biter feeds low to Schoenfield. Back outside to Wiley, 12 o'clock, steps back. Here's Martinez for three. It's no good. Friday loses the rebound. Biter back up with it over the rim. And then Friday gets the long rebound. Cross midcourt to DeVries. Flips it to Engel, buck 24 to play. Friday draws the double team and then dribbles through it. He's fouled there by Wiley. 1:16 to play. 43-32, and that sends Aquelo to the free throw line, also a very good free throw shooter. Vaughn getting ready to check in for Riverton. Takes DeVries out. And Riverton has weathered the storm here from the Tigers. Friday makes the front side, 44-32 now, Riverton lead. Backside now for Aquelo is good. 45-32 Riverton. Martinez at the top of the key. is fouled there by Dale. 69 seconds left. Non-shooting foul. It's team foul 6 against Riverton. We shoot the rest of the way. Inbounds. It's Biter popping on a 3, misses. Vaughn gets the board. And Vaughn fouled by Biter pretty quick there. I'm going to say it was an intentional. I'm going to say it was against Vaughn. Yeah, it'll be against Vaughn. Say he threw a bow there. So an offensive foul on Vaughn gives Rock Springs the ball back. 60 seconds to play. Martinez in the paint to the rim. And shot won't fall, but he'll head to the free throw line. He'll shoot him 2 times. 8th team foul against Riverton. Second on Ingle. And here's Martinez from the stripe, in and out. Scores checks in, Wiley checks out. Second shot here from Martinez is good. So 45-33. Dale to Vaughn, crosses midcourt. Back up top to Friday. Sends it to Dale. They're just playing keep away now. Dale in trouble here. Bounces it to Vaughn. Loose ball. Vaughn loses it out of bounds. Are they going to call it travel? I don't know. I don't know that Vaughn had possession to get a travel call there, but it's not going to make a difference here. Here's Biter in the paint and an offensive foul whistled as Jared Lucas got his feet set. So it stays 45-33. The shot was good, but it won't count. Friday on the inbounds to Vaughn, and it's knocked out of bounds. 27.7 seconds. Friday gets the inbounds to Dale. Here's Ingle. Ingle taking it to the baseline, bounces it back over to Lucas, and it is last touch by Riverton out of bounds. So 21.8 seconds. Hang around for the Click It or Ticket post-game show. We'll announce our player of the game presented by Papa Murphy's. And then we'll talk to Coach Sheets. Here's Martinez for 3 at 12 o'clock. Wide right, Shanefield into the paint. Here's Biter following, missing. Friday gets the rebound with 8 seconds. And Friday back over to Vaughn, 3 seconds. 2 seconds, and that's the ball game. Final score, 45-33. Riverton will play for a consolation championship. We'll take ourselves a 2-minute timeout. We come back, folks, with the Click It or Ticket postgame show and a word with head coach Bo Sheets.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
The health teams at Western Family Care are excited to help with the administering of COVID vaccines at 609 East Monroe Street. Currently, they are scheduling patients 65 years and older. If you would like to get the COVID vaccine, please call 856-6591. Western Family Care has worked tirelessly to continue to provide superior care to the Fremont County community with increased telemedicine, a safe urgent care, an updated air purifying system, and now the addition of COVID response locations.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
Welcome, folks, to the Click It or Ticket post-game show. We're joined here by head coach Bo Sheets, Coach, congratulations on the win here against the Rock Springs Tigers, a team you guys saw a multitude of times this year.
Yep.
And you had to weather a little bit of a storm there.
We did.
Third to fourth quarter.
You know, when you played somebody 4 times, you're very familiar with each other, and so it's kind of like, you know, scrimmaging in practice. You kind of know what each other does, and they did a good job kind of getting us into some stuff. We did a good job getting the lead at half, which was a credit to our boys, you know, for playing hard. You know, that second half, we had good looks. It's just kind of one of those, you get a little tight and you don't shoot it openly, and I thought that's what the guys did. You know, it's kind of like, oh, we had a look, and then just not knocking down shots again. But very pleased. They did weather that storm because Rock Springs playing hard. They had nothing to lose, and our boys did a good job kind of sealing the deal there.
Coach, there was a point in time where I made the mention of, you know, the future of Riverton basketball was on the court. You had all your young guys playing. Yep. And I wondered if you could speak a little bit more about what you talked about yesterday in terms of how important it is to get time here at the state tournament to build for the future.
It is, you know, and you look at most programs, I mean, very few programs come in and win the state their very first time making it to it. So you got to kind of make it. You got to kind of see what it's about. You got to play some pressure situations. You know, and then after that, you kind of know what it's all about. You kind of been there and done that, and you're a little seasoned. And so the good programs do it every year. You know, they get to state every year, and so the kids kind of know what it's all about. You know, and that's hopefully where our program's at, is where, you know, these kids get some experience this year and the next year, you know, when we come up. And we're still hoping to get 2 victories today. You know, to have a winning record at state, that's, you know, that's amazing. And then to get a win at state's always big. So very proud of our boys. Again, it's, you know, a 10:30 game on Saturday. Sometimes is not the prettiest, but again, very proud of our boys.
Did you have to, after the game yesterday, was there any need for you as a coaching staff did you have to get the guys up?
No,
were they ready for today?
Nobody was just too distraught yesterday. I think everybody felt like we did an okay job on the defensive end, and then just offensively, you know, we couldn't hit water if we fell out of a boat, you know. And part of that's Sheridan being a good defense. And part of it's just we had an off day shooting. And so, you know, I think our boys were I think they felt decent about competing with Sheridan. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to compete with them. It's a different thing to beat them. And so at least they knew after that game, and I felt like everybody was kind of on the same page that, hey, we can play with those guys. We just, you know, we got to have a better game, you know, offensively, where we make those easy layups, where we don't turn the ball over without it being forced, where we hit threes, where we hit free throws, all those good things on the offense.
That's a great way to put it. That was you guys were in the game.
Yep.
You were in the game. I don't have a final for you from Green River and East. It was tied 31-31 at halftime. I just texted the play-by-play guy. I don't know, maybe they're in overtime. They maybe just finished.
They might be.
But, I mean, who would you rather see out of those two?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I mean, that's tough. East, you know, we went down there. I felt like we played, again, it's kind of like the Sheridan game yesterday. We played pretty well defensively, kind of took them out of some things they wanted to do. And then we just gave up a whole bunch of offensive boards. They're going to shoot deep threes, and then they're going to get deep rebounds, and so they're quick. And we kind of gave up some of those deep rebounds in that game. I think we had almost 20 offensive boards that we gave up to them. And so it'd be fun to play East again. But again, you know, Green River, that was kind of an ugly game. We played each other early, too. Both teams were just not really awake, and we were just less bad than they were. And so, you know, both teams at this point are going to be good. And it's just fun to get that extra game.
All right, Coach, appreciate it. Congratulations. We'll see you at 5
Thanks,
o'clock.
All right, see you.
All right, we'll take a short break here. We come back, and we will take a look at the stat line in this one. You're listening to Wolverines basketball here on KTAK, yotoday.com.
If you're a teenager, you're old enough to know that bad things happen sometimes. You can't change the past, but you can have a big impact on the future. Your future is what you make it. So hang out with positive friends and family members who encourage you to be your best. Just because you may not be able to see and understand your strengths doesn't mean that others can't. Often the people who know you the best know you better than you know yourself. You are valued. This message brought to you by the Fremont County Prevention Program.
Look at the stat line in this one. Final score 45-33, Riverton. We'll start with Rock Springs. They were paced by Tranchatella with 11. He's the only one to get into double digits. In the entire game, actually, between both teams. He's the only one to get into double digits. 7 points on the board from Bider, 4 points from Scores, 6 from Martinez, 3 from Wiley, 2 from Shanefield. And then rebounding-wise, they had 26 rebounds, total of 6 assists, 12 turnovers, and 6 steals in the ball game. They shot, again, just 17%. In the first half, and then they shot 34% in the second half. So, I mean, that first half just really stung for Rock Springs. They finished 26% from the field, 15% from 3, 3 of 19, and 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Now for your Riverton Wolverines, nobody got into double digits. Lucas Engel had 8. Aquelo Friday, he had 8. 9 points for Jared Lucas, and he did 5 of those from the free throw line. 5 points for Blake Dale, 6 points for Parker Paxton, 2 from Lang, 3 from Johnson. And as a team, Riverton shot 41%, which is right about their average, actually, for field goal range. They were 16 of 39, and then they were 4 of 15 from behind the arc, although they were 4 of 8 in the first half. They did not hit a three-pointer in that second half. They went 0 for 7 in the second half. And free throws, they were 69%, which is about a little bit above the team average from the free throw line. They were 9 of 13, which helped them kind of stave off that run that came from Rock Springs between the third and fourth quarter. And quarter by quarter scoring, it was 7 to 4 at the end of the first quarter. Gave Riverton a 3-point lead headed into the second quarter, where Riverton outscored them 20-7, so it was 27-11 at halftime. And then in the third quarter, Rock Springs outscores Riverton 14-10, and then it was 8 apiece in the fourth quarter, 8-8 for a final score of 45-33. We'll take, rebounding. We're going to talk rebounding here. Total rebounds for Riverton, 36-26 for the Tigers. So Riverton won not only the shooting percentage, but also the rebounding game, which is, not always the case. Sometimes you see some volume shooting teams that skew those numbers, but they got it done on all angles here. They got it done today. We'll take ourselves a quick timeout. We come back, and we will take a look at our player of the game, presented by Papa Murphy's in Riverton. Back after this here on KTAK, WyoToday.com.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573. Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to...
Whoops. Welcome back, folks. Player of the game in this one, yesterday we went with Jared Lucas. He had led in most statistical categories. Despite being the leading scorer today, he is not going to receive our player of the game. It's going to be Aquelo Friday, and listen to the stat line. Friday was 3 of 7 from the field. He was 2 for 2 from the free throw line, had 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists in the ball game, as well as 1 steal. So 5 assists, 8 points, and 7 rebounds. Aquelo Friday is our player of the game, presented by Papa Murphy's in this one. So we're not done yet. We got a chance to win another game today. The Wolverines will play at 5 o'clock. I'm waiting for a final score here from Green River and East. It was 31-31 at halftime. And I'll refresh one more time here and see if I can't get a final score. They may be on overtime. I don't know. I texted Jake, haven't got anything back yet. So TBD, I suppose. So it's either East or Green River that they'll play at 5 o'clock, and it'll be right here at Kelly Walsh. We'll carry the game for you right here at Kelly Walsh for you on KTAK, WyoToday.com. I'd like to thank Kirk back in the studio for doing our work for us. Appreciate that, buddy, and making all the right things happen. We'll see you back here for the Consolation Championship for the Riverton Wolverines, 5 o'clock. Right here on KTAK and WyoToday.com.